This isn't about retiring to a beach, that it's not about dodging responsibilities. And it definitely isn't about some exotic adventure. This is about 12,000 millionaires who made a calculated decision in the last 18 months. They looked at their tax bills in London, their healthcare premiums in New York, their children's tuition invoices in Paris. And they said no. They filed for a visa you've never heard of. Transferred seven-figure sums to accounts in Kuala Lumpur. Enrolled their kids in schools where annual fees cost less than a single semester at Andover. 142,000 millionaires are projected to relocate internationally in 2025. The UK is hemorrhaging wealth faster than any nation on earth. But here's the contradiction no one's talking about. They're not going where you think. Not Dubai. Not Monaco. Not Singapore, Malaysia. And if that just broke your brain, hit subscribe. Because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why the wealthiest people you've never heard of are making this move. And why it matters to you even if you're not a millionaire. Meet Richard Chun. Not his real name. He asked me not to use it at 42 years old. Former tech executive. San Francisco. Made his exit in 2023 after his company IPO'd. Net worth. North of $8 million. Before Malaysia. Richard paid $52,000 annually for family health insurance. His two kids attended private schools, $78,000 per year combined. His property taxes in Palo Alto, $31,000. Federal and state income tax on his investment returns pushed him into the 37% bracket, that he was spending $11,000 a month just to exist. Not travel, not luxury. Just baseline life that he started getting migraines. His wife developed insomnia. They felt trapped by their own success. After Malaysia, Richard enrolled in the MM2H Silver program in 2024. Deposited $215,000 in a Malaysian bank account. Money he can access after certain conditions. His family now lives in a penthouse overlooking the Petronas Towers. Monthly rent, $2,800. His kids attend an international British curriculum school. Annual cost for both, $24,000. Total, private health care through a premium expat plan, $4,200 per year for the entire family. His investment income? Malaysia exempts foreign-sourced income through 2026. Zero tax. Richard now spends $4,500 per month on a lifestyle that cost him $11,000 in California. Same quality. Better healthcare outcomes, according to WHO rankings, that he sleeps through the night now. So does his wife. Drop a comment right now. What's your biggest monthly expense that feels completely unsustainable? I'm reading every single one. That Richard isn't an outlier. He's a data point in a tidal wave. The numbers. Between October 2024 and June 2025, Malaysia received 3,019 MM2H visa applications. The approval rate? 95%. Cost of living in Malaysia? 51.7% lower than the United States. 43.5% lower than the UK. But here's what matters to wealthy expats. It's not about living cheap. It's about living smart. Healthcare in Malaysia ranks among the top medical tourism destinations globally. Same procedures, same or better quality. At 60 to 80% reduced cost. International school fees range from $8,000 to $30,000 annually. In Manhattan, the average private school costs $60,000 per child. In London, £45,000. The MM2H program had 6,000 participants approved as of November 2025. Chinese nationals lead at 3,414. Taiwan follows with 611. Americans? 174 primary applicants. But that number is accelerating by 31% year over year. Compare System A versus System B. System US/UK, 30 to 40% income tax, plus property tax, plus healthcare costs, plus tuition equals 50 to 60% of income to baseline life. System B. Malaysia 0% on foreign income, plus 60% lower. Housing plus world-class private healthcare at a fraction plus elite schooling for a quarter the price equals. Retain 70 to 80% of wealth. For actual growth, the wealthy aren't chasing sunshine. They're chasing arbitrage. If these numbers are making you rethink everything you thought you knew about wealth geography, smash that like button. It tells me you want more deep dives like this. But let's talk about what nobody mentions in the glossy expat blogs. First, you need capital. The MM2H program isn't for everyone. The silver tier requires a $215,000 bank deposit. The platinum tier demands $1 million liquid. Yes, you can access it later under conditions, but that's money you can't deploy immediately. Second, cultural isolation is real. Malaysia is 61% Muslim, with complex racial dynamics between Malay, Chinese, and Indian communities. If you're expecting Western cultural norms, you'll hit friction points. English is widely spoken in cities, but bureaucracy still operates in Bahasa Malaysia. Third, infrastructure is uneven. Kuala Lumpur and Penang are first world. Drive 2 hours inland, and you're in a different reality. Traffic congestion in KL rivals Los Angeles. Air quality during haze season from Indonesian forest fires can be genuinely hazardous. Fourth, career limitations. The MM2H visa doesn't grant you the right to work in Malaysia. You can own businesses, but you can't take a job. This is a program for retirees, investors, and remote workers with foreign income. If you need to build a local career, this won't work. Fifth, your exit strategy. Foreigners can buy property, but Malaysia has a complicated real estate market with restrictions on resale to locals in certain price brackets. If you buy a $500,000 condo and need to liquidate in 5 years, you're selling into a narrow buyer pool. This isn't paradise. It's a calculated. Here's where I need your brutal honesty in the comments. Which one of these downsides would be a deal breaker for you? And which ones could you actually live with? This is the conversation most financial channels won't have. So here's the question that actually matters. What are you optimizing for? Because this isn't rich country versus poor country. That framing is obsolete. This is priority A versus priority B. Priority A, legacy wealth preservation, maximum capital efficiency, geographic arbitrage, control over your time and health. Priority B, cultural continuity, deep local roots, acceptance of taxation as a civic contribution, career mobility within your home nation. Neither is right. Neither is wrong. But the millionaire migration of 2025 tells us something. The wealthy have decided that priority A now outweighs priority B. They're making a mathematical decision that borders don't define quality of life. Access does. Access to healthcare, access to education, access to legal systems that protect property rights, access to infrastructure. Malaysia offers that access at a 60% discount to the West, without sacrificing the core elements wealthy families care about. The dark truth isn't that Malaysia is perfect. It's that the West is no longer offering a value proposition that justifies its cost, even to its wealthiest citizens. The question: if you could cut your baseline cost of living in half, retain more of your wealth, and maintain or improve your family's quality of life, what would keep you where you are? Is it loyalty, inertia, or something else you're not ready to name yet? Drop your answer in the comments. Because next week, I'm breaking down the 3 other countries where millionaires are quietly relocating. And one of them has 0 income tax, period. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And if this changed how you think about wealth, money, and geography, share it with someone who needs to see this. Like this video if it made you think differently. I'll see you in the comments.